Jackie Unfiltered ASMR. Hello, friend. Today is story time with Jackie. Thank you for subscribing and supporting my channel. I hope you enjoy The Midnight Train to Reverie by me, Jackie Unfiltered ASMR. The clock struck 11, its chime reverberating softly through the quiet dorm room. Maya lay on her bed, staring at the ceiling, headphones resting around her neck. The city outside hummed with life, a distant siren, the faint murmur of passing cars, and the occasional bark of a restless dog. It was another sleepless night, one of many, that had crept into her life since the start of her first semester. She reached for her phone, scrolling mindlessly through social media, but the vibrant posts only made her feel more restless. Then, she remembered something her roommate Elise had mentioned. When I can't sleep, I listen to these dreamy podcasts about places that don't exist. They're like stories for your imagination. Intrigued, Maya searched for the podcast and clicked play. The host's voice was calm and melodic, guiding listeners on a journey through a fictional world. Maya closed her eyes, letting the voice transport her elsewhere. The story began with the sound of a train whistle, boarding the midnight train. Maya imagined herself standing on a platform under a star-filled sky. The train before her was nothing like she'd seen before, sleek and polished, its exterior shimmering like liquid silver. Its windows glowed with warm, golden light, and the name, Reverie Express, was etched elegantly on its side. A conductor in a tailored navy suit approached, tipping his hat. "One ticket to wherever your heart desires," he said, holding out a shimmering pass. Maya hesitated. "I don't know where I want to go." "That's the beauty of the Reverie Express," the conductor replied with a knowing smile. "You don't need to know. The train will take you exactly where you need to be." With a deep breath, Maya stepped onto the train. Inside, the carriage was breathtaking. Plush velvet seats lined the windows, and a faint, soothing melody played in the background. Passengers lounged with serene expressions, some sipping from steaming mugs, while others gazed dreamily out the windows. Maya chose a seat by the window and leaned back, feeling the soft hum of the engine beneath her. As the train began to move, the city outside melted away, replaced by a swirl of colors and shapes that felt both familiar and fantastical. The first stop was a golden meadow that stretched endlessly under a pastel sky. The air was warm and sweet, carrying the scent of blooming flowers. Maya stepped off the train, her feet sinking into soft grass that felt like the fluffiest carpet. Children laughed as they flew kites shaped like animals, foxes, whales, and even dragons. A gentle breeze carried their laughter to Maya, filling her chest with a lightness she hadn't felt in months. "Welcome to Serenity Fields," the conductor said, appearing beside her. "This is where people come to let go of their worries." Maya closed her eyes, inhaling deeply. For the first time in a long while, the weight of exams, deadlines, and expectations seemed to lift. When she opened her eyes again, the train was ready to depart. "Shall we continue?" the conductor asked, holding out a hand. Maya nodded, yes, stepping back aboard. The next destination was entirely different. The train stopped on the edge of a glassy lake under a midnight sky. Stars shimmered above, mirrored perfectly in the water below, creating the illusion of floating among galaxies. Other passengers were already on the shore, dipping their hands into the lake. When Maya followed, she gasped. The water felt cool and electric, sending gentle ripples through her mind. As her fingers skimmed the surface, she saw flashes of her happiest memories, reading under a tree as a child, laughing with her friends at summer camp, and her parents cheering her on at graduation. "This is the reflecting lake," the conductor said softly. "It reminds you of the moments that shaped your joy." Maya lingered by the lake, feeling an overwhelming sense of gratitude. train, the lights dimmed, and a sense of calm filled the air. The passengers grew quiet, some dozing peacefully as the train glided smoothly to its final destination. Maya rested her head against the window, watching the landscape shift once more. When the train slowed, she found herself in a cozy, lantern-lit village nestled in a valley. Cobblestone streets wound between little cottages with chimneys puffing out curls of smoke. The air smelled of cinnamon and fresh bread, and the soft murmur of conversation drifted from a small cafe. Maya wandered into the cafe, where the barista greeted her warmly. "Take a seat. Your favorite drink is on its way." Maya smiled, unsure how they knew. But moments later, a steaming cup of chai was placed in front of her. She took a sip, the warmth spreading through her like a hug. Around her, people chatted softly, their faces glowing with contentment. "This is Reverie Village," the conductor explained, appearing beside her once more. "It's a place to rest, recharge, and remember the beauty in simplicity." The sound of another train whistle brought Maya back to the present. She opened her eyes to find herself in her dorm room, her headphones still on. The podcast had ended, leaving a peaceful silence in its wake. Maya smiled, her body heavy with relaxation. The journey on the midnight train to Reverie felt real, and though she was back in her room, the sense of calm lingered. She laid down, pulling the blanket up to her chin, closed her eyes, and drifted off to sleep, dreaming of golden meadows, starlit lakes, and a cozy village she hoped to visit again someday. I hope you have enjoyed this story time. I will leave you to rest now with the sounds of being on a late night train to Sleeping Town. Sweet dreams, friend.